LinkedIn 101, and are you ready to learn? One of my favorite quotes of one of my favorite people in Austin is, can you play well with others? And I highlight this inside the LinkedIn 101 because what we are is connecting with people. People connect with people who you know, like, and trust. So you're building your trusted professional network on LinkedIn. So what are you standing for, and how do you play well with these other people that you're connected with? All right, a little bit about me, in case you don't know. I was where you were in 2009. In order to give you an illustration, we all remember how bad the economy was in 2008. So how many people here have been job seeking since 2008? Yeah, I'm glad to see no one here is doing it. What I wanted to highlight is I graduated from the UT MBA program. I actually have multiple college degrees from UT. And in 2009, the economic crisis hit, and IBM did a massive surge of layoffs. You know what? I was there where you were, and I had to learn all of these tools on my own. So who am I today? I run my own marketing and community outreach group. Why am I speaking here? I am also one of your representative commissioners on the Technology and Telecommunications Commission within the city of Austin. I care about community outreach, I care about Austin, and I am also the chair of the social media ambassadors at the Greater Austin Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And let me tell you, I was exactly where you were in 2008. I was just linking blindly, not leveraging this network, and just linking with all of my fellow graduating classmates inside the MBA program. You hear a lot about social media today, leveraging social media. There's an entire ecosystem of social media here today. It's not just LinkedIn, it's not just Twitter, it's not just Facebook. It is actually all of these tools, and they're growing, changing, some of them are fading out. MySpace is still relevant. If you're in Hollywood today, you'll still be using MySpace. If you don't like to vlog, have your YouTube channel. It is part of the landscape. And guess what? You can leverage all of this within your LinkedIn profile. So for sake of time and moving the whole conference forward, I'm going to be speeding up in this. So all of you, just raise your hands if I go too fast and you want me to slow down on any points here. But this is really just for you, so I'm gauging it to you guys at lunch today. So what is LinkedIn? How do I use LinkedIn? I use LinkedIn to be seen. I don't expect to be found. Just because you have a profile, and if you're not there, you're not active on the network, you're not going to be seen. You're not necessarily going to be found. You have to make sure that you leverage it and give people a reason to come visit your profile. It's like, why would anybody come and send you an email? They want to give them a reason to have them send you an email. Just be seen. Become likable, become notable, explain your unique value. What do you bring to your employers or to your organizations or to the people who wish to connect with you professionally? So give them a reason to be seen. If you are not socially networking and using social media today as a networking tool, you are probably not very marketable. I know that sounds like a terrible thing to say, but this is communication, and it's just how do you connect to people, how do you relate to people, just now through a terminal and inside a video screen. So this is what it's all about. You know, there's two prominent business writers here today that say, you know, companies are looking at your LinkedIn and Facebook profile because you can't always get a full three-dimensional view of you as a candidate. They're looking to see what are you into, what are you associated, what are you affiliated with, who do you know, what values do you bring. One of my biggest things is how do you add value? So everything that I try to do is always from the perspective of adding value to the conversation, to the organization, to the groups. So go ahead and take a risk and show some personality. Love my niece with a giant bow. She has a lot of personality. You know, actually there are some times on LinkedIn, one of the other things that I'm happy to share with you is that I'm a size 6 today. In 2009, when I got laid off from IBM with everything that was going on with the whole MBA and everything else, I was a size 16. I have been pretty open on the social networks about my journey on achieving better health. It gives them a three-dimensional personality of what I am about. And it shows steady progress, dedication, all of these things that people are looking for. It shows commitment, dedication, values. Everybody should have a bio. Do you have a bio currently on LinkedIn? If you do, raise your hand. About half the room here has a bio. Let me tell you, all LinkedIn profiles are searchable by Google. What keywords do you want to be known for? So when somebody is looking up your name, or if somebody just happens to be searching through past page 1, what do you want to be known for? So for me, I like marketing. I'm a consultant. I love social business. I love customer perspective and product management. I love being known for my interpersonal skills. And yes, I do have an MBA. So when you're creating your bio, what are your keywords that you want to be known for? And how do you want to be found? One thing, if it hasn't been mentioned already, is Google has this feature called Google Alerts. How many people are using Google Alerts today? About a third of the room. Now, how many people have set up Google Alerts for your name? I see only 5 people in this room. Why am I telling you this? It's basically, you want to know how you are seen. And Google Alerts is the free way to let you know how the internet sees you. When you search my name on Google, and I get a Google alert nearly daily, the first thing that comes up, and I share my name with also, by the way, an LA fashion blogger. So my name and her name are the exact same thing, so we're always competing for real estate on Google. And she's cute, by the way. She's really cute. But yeah, she's on LinkedIn. We're both on LinkedIn, but my LinkedIn profile comes up first. It's there. It's searchable. People can find you. So brands are not just for companies anymore. You have a personal brand. What is your value, and what do you want to be known for? This is key in when you create your bio. It's like everybody has an impression. So today, I'm giving you an impression, and hopefully I give you a wonderful, warm memory and positive memory of how to be remembered. So likewise, when people visit your LinkedIn profile, what do you want to be remembered for? LinkedIn is very overlooked, and it's very powerful. This is a professional network. There are a few profiles that have automated feeds of Twitter, so you will see them occasionally share the dancing cat on the piano video as their status update on LinkedIn. So careful how you set up your automation and your tools, but this is there are several million professionals from across all the continents, including Antarctica, because I have a friend of mine who I'm connected with who is currently in Antarctica right now. So I can say that. Just to give you an example is, I have 807 connections. If it's the whole 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon is overly true in LinkedIn. So you can see that my total LinkedIn network, I am connected to over 90 million people now, with just my 807 direct connections, whom I have a policy of, these are the people who I've at least had a cup of coffee with, and I liked, I worked with, or went to school with, or I have a personal relationship and friendship with. Those are the only people who I connect with on LinkedIn. So if you wish to connect with me, you have to at least have met me for a cup of coffee, and we hit it off. But just to give you an idea, there's potentially 90 million people I can reach out to. And you can also see where you're growing networks. So apparently, I'm finding more friends in Boston. Powerful profiles get attention. So how many people here on LinkedIn have a 100% complete profile? Okay, about a third of the room. Again, complete your profile. Powerful profiles get attention. It just gives you more Google juice to be found and be seen. At the very least, complete your profile. So here's a friend of mine. He's in the nonprofit sector. He includes his picture. He says he's a nonprofit. He has a website. He actually says the name of his website on there. He includes his Twitter. And he has a vanity URL and a completed. Oh, and by the way, I can reach out to him. So he makes it easy for recruiters to find him. How many people include your email address? Again, about half the room. Make it easy for you to be reached out and contacted. Now, I love my friend Arden here, and he's not looking for a job. He at least just did the minimum of save his name, and that's all he did. So I'm very happy that all of you here have saved your name, but as a recruiter, you would never hire him for anything because he only has 3 connections, and you don't know what he does. Companies have profiles too. How many of you have your short list of targeted companies? Ooh. Create your short list of targeted companies, because let me tell you, companies have profiles and you can follow them. You can now figure out where they come from and they give you details. You can see who in your network do you need to reach out to and send them an email, so I want to learn more. Oh, I found this person. He wrote an interesting article about your company. May I be introduced so I can meet him for a cup of coffee? And you can find out what where they come from and where they're going next. Really, what LinkedIn is powerful, but you cannot miss opportunities to leverage and display who you are. Show how you add the value. Again, don't miss on the obvious opportunities. You do not need to pay for an account. LinkedIn makes it easy for you to be seen. Leverage every single free tool you can do or free feature on LinkedIn. Again, include a picture. Go ahead, have status updates. For those of you who don't have Twitter and don't wish to have Twitter, you don't need to have Twitter to create a status update on LinkedIn. You can just update your favorite article that you just read and go on to LinkedIn and do this. Like other people's updates, because that just gives them a little nudge, letting you know that you remembered who they were. So occasionally I will go to my activity stream on LinkedIn and just hit like, just to give those people a gentle little nudge, because it's impossible to talk to 807 people every day or at least once a week. But I can always go ahead and reach out to everybody on my network at least one time a month and just comment and like. Again, make it easy for the recruiters. Include your contact information. Don't forget to include a vanity URL for yourself. It just makes it that much easier for Google to find you. Again, don't miss out on the opportunities. Go ahead, if you have a website, claim it as your website. Don't just leave website, blog, or how many people here wrote a book? If you have a book, please put your book title. Use what you want to be known for. LinkedIn makes it very easy for you to stay in touch with your network. Once a week, I get an email from LinkedIn letting me know what my network is up to. You know who has just gotten a new job. They let you know. Go ahead, reach out to your network and say, congratulations on the new position. Let people know, because people will refer you to other people that they know. That's how you grow and maintain relationships. LinkedIn is a professional networking tool, so keep your relationships alive. Again, here's the example of the activity stream of what was going on my LinkedIn last night. You can like, you can comment. Here's Shaku. I said, I liked what she had to say. In February, she's, creating her 4-year plan. I think that's excellent. I'm inspired by her. So I like. How many people have actually gone through their email and added everybody that they actually know on LinkedIn? 3 people, 5 people on this whole group. Look at your inbox. Just go ahead and upload your contacts to LinkedIn. Chances are they already have accounts. If you're there, how many people here are Girl Scout mothers? Or do you know if you're connected to all of your other moms in the troop? But your whole point is we're in book clubs, we're in church groups, we're in these other people that we have contacts with, and they're on our email inbox. Add those people, because you don't know who they know. Just a crazy little story is I met a friend of mine who's a scuba diver. She's a mom, she's a stay-at-home mom. But how many people have heard of Richard Garriott? Richard Garriott is one of the premier video game entrepreneurs in Austin. How many people have heard of a little game? I think he created Doom, right? Yeah. How many people have heard of this little game called Doom? Let me tell you, that person that I met scuba diving, at a scuba diving happy hour, who's a stay-at-home mom, is direct friends with the administrative assistant of Richard Garriott. So I am 2 people away from Richard Garriott.
You were a diver, you did once.
Well, I am a diver, but I don't.
You need to have coffee.
I need to have coffee with Richard Garriott. Exactly. But this is the whole point of the powerful, is you never know who knows somebody else who can help you. Exactly. But touche, point taken. The whole point is invite the people who you know, especially if you are already having personal relationships with them. Go ahead, invite them. You are connected with them. They will help you find your next job, or get the introductions too. Now, I'm not looking for a job in the video game industry, but I just thought it was a funny example. I can come up with 1,000,001 of these. So go ahead, connect with your old classmates. Yes? I connect to the people who I know, like, and trust. That's the general rule of thumb. If they're going to embarrass me, I have disconnected people who I just don't want, like going, that's spam on my wall and my comment. I have disconnected people from my LinkedIn. But the whole point is I do add the people who I do know. Connect with colleagues. I am a big advocate within, an ambassador within the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Therefore, I want to connect with all of the staff members of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And they know people. Go ahead and invite them. Critical, absolutely critical. And I will stress this again later. Include a note on why you're connecting with people. Really, it's important to include because you need to jog their memory. People meet people every day. You need to stand out and be unique and give them your value and express how you differentiate yourself. What is unique about you? How can you contribute? So always, it's absolutely critical. Always write a note. Just remind people. It's like, oh, it was great to meet you for coffee before an AMA event. Or it was nice having pizza with you. Give them a reason. Because not everybody, how many people here actually look like their profile picture? Okay, this is another hint. Choose a picture that actually looks like yourself. It's just there to trigger people's memories. So use a picture and make sure you look like your picture. And include a note, because I didn't know who that person was who sent me this note, because it doesn't always come across with their picture. But I'm going, oh yeah, I've seen him at several chamber functions, yes. But I did send him a little note saying, please include a note, because I had to actually log into LinkedIn and see his picture. How many people have reference, like people who you know you're going to go to for a reference? How many of those people who have the hands up, how many of those references are actually on LinkedIn? Yes. Go ahead, find the people who will give you a reference, make sure connect to them, and make sure it's a visible recommendation. It's just another way to make yourself three-dimensional and show where you've contributed and added value and how you're different and unique. And also searchable by Google. Keywords. How many people here are on at least 5 different LinkedIn groups right now? Okay, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 is the maximum. Yeah, I'm testing, because guess what? How many people here in this room are actively looking for a job right now? And how many people, of the hands up, who are looking actively for a job right now are participating in 50 groups? Okay. Find groups you're interested in. Find groups of your industry. There is every single industry out there. If you're into diabetes, there are diabetes groups out there. If you're into marketing, they're marketing. If you're into .net, they're out there. And guess what? When you participate, you show up in a daily email to everybody who is in that group, regardless if you're connected to them or not. Regardless if you are connected to them or not, you will show up in a daily email to all members of that group, based on the activity that you did. So if you commented, if you started a discussion, don't feel like you have to start a discussion, but you can just say, thank you for the great, insightful post on a discussion. You will show up the next day or the day after, depending on when you posted, in a daily email, keeping that discussion alive within that group reminder. So find the groups. This is what a group discussion page looks like. So how many people have gone to the groups page on LinkedIn? How many of you would love to be featured in most popular discussions? So when you go ahead, start a discussion. But even if you don't have something insightful to say, make a comment on the most popular discussion. Your picture shows up. And people might actually like your comment. So you can like the discussion, and people can like your comment. Promotions. Check the promotions tab. There may be something interesting here. How many people here are members of the Austin Women in Technology? Okay. In this Austin Chamber, there was a promotions tab for their membership drive recently. Check it out. If there's a promotions tab, go ahead. This event was also promoted on LinkedIn, on various LinkedIn groups through the promotion tab. Guess what? Promotions show up on email. How many people have checked the jobs within groups? Again, find your group, check to see if there's jobs, like the discussions, start discussions, be seen, don't expect to be found, and show how you add value. Distinguish yourself, create, and highlight how you are unique and what's wonderful about you. You can search for jobs directly on LinkedIn. This is a job seeker site. You can find what's there. And as you flush out your job stuff, your profile, it will give you recommendations for jobs based on what you say. So again, how many people here have a 100% complete profile? You are more likely to find and get recommendations from LinkedIn based on jobs you may be interested in, and that makes it easier. So for those of you who are don't have 100% completed profiles, complete them and see what's out there. Again, you can search for jobs. So, got 5 minutes left? Thank you. Okay. There's other features. Follow your company. You have companies that you already follow. Right now, I'm not following very many companies because I work as an independent contractor, consultant, and coach. But there are companies that I just like just because I feel they're doing good work. Like the city of Austin has a company profile. I do want to follow what's going on in the city that I live in. Again, you can see their updates, and it gives you recommendations of companies to follow. How many people have answered a question on LinkedIn? There's a whole section of question and answers. Take advantage and be helpful. You are all knowledgeable and know something, that generally there is a question out there that you can answer. So go ahead, answer them. And you never know. You may actually get answered in the expertise and being featured as the best answer in the QA. Once you have the best answer, that shows up on your profile. So all of a sudden, you're an expert in an area. So go ahead, display how you're an expertise. I have yet to be, out of my answers, actually been selected as an expert. But you want to be known and regarded. And once you click on that once you have that expert answer, it's an automatic link to the question you answered. So forever and ever, regardless of what you do, you will always have a link back to the question that you answered. So it shows how you answered the question and what made you the expert. Enhance your profile with applications. It doesn't just have to be about your LinkedIn profile with the defaults. These are some of the applications that I use regularly. I love Company Buzz. I show what I'm reading, and I include my links on SlideShare. Answer polls and questions, or create a poll. Here, our great and fearless leader here, Brian, asked a question, asked a poll. Go ahead and answer it. Be seen. You can see what books that I like and show what are you reading. You know, there's a lot of commentary I've heard back because I work with a lot of students, and a lot of the teachers complain that kids don't read today, which is sad. You don't want to be known as a non-reader. Everybody has a favorite book and your expertise in area. Show it. Yeah. Also, SlideShare doesn't have to be about presentations. You may not give presentations, but how many of you have written an article or a report or have something witty to share? Yeah. Then you can open up a SlideShare account and upload that PDF and have that PDF of whatever you want to share show up on your LinkedIn profile so people can get a better view of what you write, how you write. Or draw, if you're an artist. Again, Company Buzz. You can find out what's being said about the company and follow it up. So, more importantly, and I cannot stress this enough, and again, that is why I have my rule of I will not connect with you unless we've actually physically met in person and had at least a cup of coffee, is you don't want to be regarded as simply an open networker. This can also get, if you accept too many invitations and if you don't really know what those people are doing and people want to be connected to another person, because you can actually provide an introduction in 2 years' time to someone else who's looking for a job. You want to be able to say that you know something about the person that you're going to be writing an introductory letter to. It's like, hi, I remember you meeting at Career Connects a long time ago, and here's this wonderful, bright individual that I want you to get to meet. Make sure that they remember, the people you're connected to remember who you are. And not only that, you do not want to get your profile banned from LinkedIn. banned. So, and at this point, I hope I have stressed that you all can leverage LinkedIn and show and highlight your unique value.
Real quickly, because you have the I don't know, what if you're connected to someone who maybe, and this is worst case scenario, they're working with someone that you're like, whoa, how do I remove them?
Oh,
Can you remove someone?
yeah. Oh, yeah, you can remove.
Can you, the question is,
Is it possible to remove a connection on LinkedIn? The answer is yes. And I do trim my LinkedIn network. So it is
one last question.
You had been talked about the feed and how you put in updates, and one of the previous panels they talked about linking your Twitter to your Facebook, to your LinkedIn.
Yes.
But is that ever is that always a good idea? Is there a way for it to not get all the little random replies and conversations?
Yes.
I don't want to clutter up people.
Right.
It's really annoying.
There is
I
an-
just want to update. So.
Yeah, there is an option when you connect your account, and I don't actually feed every single tweet into my LinkedIn profile. I had the option where you had to hit a checkbox and make sure that you reserve 3 characters #IN and have that tweet. If it includes #IN on Twitter, that goes to